Yo, what is up, you guys? Swift Gaming, and today I'm coming back at you guys with a different video than you usually see on the channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys what I think is the best base defense to run in Madden 17. Stop the run, get some coverage on the pass, get your best players kind of on the field. But if you do like this video and you want to see me kind of doing this best base defense again out of maybe, because I'm doing this out of the nickel here, I'm doing this out of the nickel 2-4-5 even in the Raiders book, but if you want to see it out of like the 4-4 or the 4-3 and you kind of want me to just go through some stuff, make sure to comment that down below in the description. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button. Road to 3K subs, let's eat. And when we get to 3K, we'll be doing a huge Madden 17 giveaway, so make sure to stay on the lookout for that, and smack the subscribe button to get us closer to that. So I'm going to come out in random play, but first of all, I kind of just want to talk about this nickel defense a bit. As you can see in the bottom left, it says LB pass rush, and I can change that by flicking the right stick. As you see right there, we just went to DE swap. And basically what that's going to do is in the LB pass rush, you're going to have your left outside linebacker and your right outside linebacker playing the defensive end positions. So if you run a 3-4 defense, I would recommend that. But if you're running a 4-3, you flick that right stick to the right, that switches it to DE swap, and basically what that's going to do is it's going to put your regular defensive ends at their regular position instead of taking them off the field. So yeah. So now I'm going to talk about some of my favorite plays in this formation, and yeah, so I usually like to come out in nickel blitz 2. I'm going to use this formation more when I think my opponent's more likely to pass the ball, but nickel blitz 2 also does a pretty good job against the run, and I'll kind of tell you some adjustments that I like to make depending on what play I think my opponent's running in based on their formation. So I like to run that nickel blitz 2. I'm not a big fan of cover 3 because there's a lot of one-play touchdowns against it. Buck slant 2 show, I'll run that occasionally. Overload 3 seam, that's a solid nano blitz. I used to run that a lot in Madden, don't run it that much anymore. Cover 3 Mabel, I'll use that sometimes. Safety strong 3, we actually have a nano blitz about that as well, but I don't use it too much in my games. So I like to come out in nickel blitz 2 because I can always switch to a Tampa 2, and I'm basically just going to run against random play here. So yeah, against this defense, I'm going to stay in my nickel blitz 2. This isn't too run heavy of a formation, so my setup for nickel blitz 2 is going to be base the line, pinch defensive line, slant your defensive line outside, and then an optional step would be to put him in a hook zone, in a hard flat, or in a purple zone. I think I'm just going to keep him blitzing in this scenario because my opponent is in kind of a run-heavy-ish formation, so I like to just have that in there as they do run the ball right there, and they gain 0 yards. So out of this formation, this is more of a passing formation, so I'll do my same setup, base the line, pinch D line, slant my defensive line outside, and press my secondary. And this time I'm going to actually put this linebacker in a backside hook zone, and I'll come user over on the strong side of the field where I have more coverage on this side of the field with those two players. So I like to take away this side of the field simply because the CPU is a much worse user than you are. So right here he's in a pass. That's some type of, yeah, nothing was open there. As you can see. So right here, I know this is going to be a pass, or it could be like a screen or something like that. So we just base the line, pinch D line, slant outside, press secondary, put that guy in a hook zone, and I'm going to come user over here. And I'm basically, out of this, what I would probably do is I would put my corners in hard flats. To do that, you can click triangle and put the right stick down. Simply because I know the blitz is coming in guaranteed. He has no running back to block, and the CPU doesn't slide protect. So you'll see off the left edge, the blitz should come in, as right there, he did actually have O for a second. Out of that, I would have considered switching back into my Tampa 2, which I'll come out in right here, just to show you guys. Nickel blitz is definitely my favorite. But out of this, I'm going to show blitz, simply because he's in a decently run-heavy formation, and I'll kind of just try and take away the middle of the field. Sometimes if I think I know what his play is, I'll come user on this side of the field, or on that side of the field if I think he's going to throw it there. But obviously, this isn't a actual person, and I can't recognize their tendencies. So right here, it is a run play. My user wasn't too good, but we're able to stop him for only a couple yards. The run defense out of this is actually really, really nice. Out of this play, I'm actually going to stay in my nickel blitz, and I'm going to put my backside player on a cross man on R1, simply because out of this bunch, I know there's a lot of players that like to drag across to the other side, and I mean, it creates confusion when you cross man. Sometimes it doesn't work every time, but it creates confusion, which is really helpful. So I'll come and user on this side of the field, as our R1 cross man didn't really work that well, and that wasn't a great user. I probably should have gotten X, but that's okay. So out of this, I'm going to actually switch to my Tampa 2 and show Blitz, and I'd probably crash to the left side, and shift to the left side as well, because that's the strong side. And when I think it's a run play, I like to use the weak side linebacker. That way I can come looping that to that side, or if it's a play action, usually it's going to flow to my side of the field, which is the side I'm using on right now. So as you can see right there, he actually fullback dived it, and he was able to pick up solid yards. I think that's the most yards they picked up this whole session. So this time I'm going to switch back to my Tampa 2, show Blitz, move to this backside player, and probably shift my D-line to the left side, simply for run support. As you can see right there, that's a play action, and it's basically all locked up, and we get the sack fumble, and we light up Vernon Davis. I'll kind of run a couple more plays, just so you guys can get the gist of it. So baseline, pinch D-line, and shift them outside, then press, and put O right there in a hook zone. Actually, I'd probably keep him blitzing, just because this is a run-heavy formation, and I user this guy because I think it's a run, and I want to use the backside. Also because I don't have this guy in hook zone, so it's not like there's more support on that side of the field. So yeah, we're just going to run this play here. It is a pass, and he kind of has square open for half a second, but this blitz is so nice. So I'm going to come out in another play that I like to run out of this defense. This play is called the Overload 3 Seam, I believe, if I can find it. Yeah, Overload 3 Seam. It's a nano blitz. It's more of a let's send the whole house and confuse him and basically switch into... Oh, sorry, I should be going to random play. And confuse the opponent. So baseline, shift D-line to the side that the blitz is coming from, so the left, and press. Sometimes this player, for some reason, he will go into a blitz. If that happens, just put him back in his curl flat. As right here, I'm taking away this side of the field, because if it's a run to the left, it's going to get locked. We'll see what they come out in. They come out in a run, and it's a run to that side of the field. They do gain some yardage, but I want them to pass it. Hopefully they'll pass it here. So base the line, shift D-line to the side the blitz is coming in, so that's going to be the right this time, and press. You're sending 5, so you got to know that the blitz is coming in faster than nickel blitz 2. It's kind of looping around the B gap, you'll see right here. See, it loops around the B gap, and it's way faster than nickel blitz 2, but the thing is, you're going to get more exposed on coverage. So if you're really thinking, oh, he knows I'm blitzing, I want to play my players in the hard flats, then you can by all means do that, which would be triangle right stick down. You'll see right there, that's going to put my purples into hard flats. And if I want to move them back to cloud flats, I'm going to just click triangle right stick up. That's going to put them into cloud flats. And that's what I usually like to come out in when I'm running this blitz. You'll see right there, it actually gets blocked up. It looks like he did some type of max protect. And that time we probably would have gotten exposed. So I'll just run this blitz once more. Baseline, shift, left, press. I'll keep them in purples here. This looks like it's a run. And yeah, our user got kind of exposed. As right there, they pick up 10 yards. That's the most they picked up this whole video. I'll just show you guys one more defense before I sign out, and I'm kind of done with this middle scheme. Sorry, it's been kind of long, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys all the different varieties. So safety strong 3, it's very similar to overload 3 seam. If you want to see that nano blitz, check out some of our other blitzes on the channel. Let me find it here. Cover 3, or what's it called? I don't know the name of it. I just need to find it. Cover 2 buster. So this play, this is more of like, I'm going to run this once in a game. Sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. I should be going to random play. I'm going to run this once in the game. It'll confuse my opponent. I like to take Irvin right here, kind of just move him to the stronger side, and kind of just flow to the strong side of the field. You'll see right there, the buster, it's easily broken, but it should confuse your opponent. That's how I like to put it. It's easily beatable, but it should confuse your opponent. It's like cross-manning for more of a beginner type player. As you can see right there, there's not really any adjustments that I like to make on it, but you'll see he had O open, and there's really not that good of a heat coming in. All you can really do is just run it. There's no adjustments that I like to make out of it. Sometimes what I'll do in a Tampa 2 is I'll cross man, so I'd put him on him, I'd put him on him, and I'd come over here and user and take him this way. Basically what that's going to do is it's going to stop all the inside breaking routes. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and it was very helpful. If you want to see more of these best defensive scheme type things, make sure to leave that down below in the comment section. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.